Varume avasikana vanhu vekutombosekerera. Hey, oh, don't do that. No, he must know. He must know.
The dawn.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's another, I don't think that I would say that this is a story time. I'm actually winging it. Like, this is the first time that I don't have a plan. I just have to do a video, and I've just decided today I'm gonna not wing it but speak from my heart whatever it is that I want to say. So if it's not as energetic, you know, you have to forgive me. This is the real me. This is who I am, like, in normal circumstances. Ooh, so I'm really excited because I got my own beat made for my YouTube channel. So it was made by one of my favorite producers from Zimbabwe, Anon's ASG, the popular producer who created 9 You're Confused, and he's produced a number of songs, Are Confused, and I think he's super talented. I love his art. That's why I commissioned him to make me a beat, because obviously if I use someone else's music on my YouTube channel, when it does get monetized, that person is the one who gets revenue from my videos. So I don't want that. I'm trying to make my coin. So I'm really excited and happy that this has finally happened, because I've been wanting to do this since last year. And yeah, so to greater things, to growth, to you know to being monetized. Please subscribe, and please just today please go tell a friend to come and subscribe to my channel. I really want my channel to grow. I want it to get monetized, guys. I'm trying to get a coin, okay? I'm trying to get rich of some YouTube money. So yeah, please tell a friend to come and watch and to subscribe to my channel. And I appreciate all your support thus far. And yeah, so you know what, let's get into it. So today,
that's why Valentine is coming. Where's our boyfriend?
Today we're going to be speaking about Valentine's Day, as it is around the corner. You know, I am making this video because I understand, and I guess this is for me too. There's so many girls, women at this who are single, or even maybe in relationships, okay, but we'll talk about the two separately, who during this time, especially if you're single, you feel like you are very lonely. And so you find that you end up speaking to people that you know are not gonna give you what you want or what you need or what you deserve. But because of everything that is going on around you, and you just kind of feel like, hey, you know, me too, I also want to be in a relationship. You kind of feel pressure to let your guard down and to let your standards down because of the time. Like time is shining like pressure. Like, it's just like when one of your friends gets married, and then you kind of feel like, you know, I also want this, and then you end up like compromising and letting down your standards just so that you can say you're in a relationship, or so that you can be in a relationship that leads to something. I'm speaking to you. I'm also speaking to the girl who's in a relationship and hey, matata. Girl, you know what? You wanna begezela because you're a begezela han and you love your man. but you know deep down inside your gut is telling you apa hey either pachabuda zvisingakufadzi kana kuti hapana chichabuda. So I'm speaking to you because at this point in time you're gonna be unhappy because you can see what God is doing for others who are in relationships, but when are yours? Hi corner, you want to be going somewhere. You know, you are in the car and you want to be going somewhere, but this guy is not taking you somewhere. You know, you've taken the car, the bus, the transport because you want to go from A to B, but he's taking you to D. Not the metaphorical D. It's changed the letter. He's taking you to F. Not F. Oh my gosh. He's taking you to Z. I'm speaking to you because it is in these times and these moments that you realize that something isn't working for you, and it's very important to like lean in to who you are and what your gut is telling you to be able to move forward, to put yourself in a situation where that makes you happy, that serves you. Okay. In my earlier years of dating, I had always been a bekezelahan. Like me, I'll shame. If we are suffering with my man, we are suffering together. If we are happy together. The gifts, everything. I used to do everything for my man. Like, yo guys, I was a bekezelahan. Let's just put it that way. That's it. Let me not embarrass myself. And I was one person who always used to put my feelings aside in relationships and not prioritize how I felt and not prioritize expressing how I felt. So, you know, in certain instances, things would happen and then I'm like, I'm unhappy with it, but I wouldn't really say anything. But the problem was I wasn't true to myself, and I wasn't like aware kuti inini in relationships, what do I actually want, what do I tolerate, what do I not, and stuff. Guys, until I dated a man who showed up. He came, guys, akandifundutsa akafurunutsa everything. You know, I was there like, hey, hey, okay, is it what it's like? It's nice, you know. And one thing that I'm going to tell you is that if a man wants to, he will do it. You never have to sit down with someone 3 times telling them that what they do doesn't make you happy, or that he needs to buy you flowers, or that he needs to spoil you more or love you in your love language. You tell if someone loves you, you will tell them once, and they will do it. Some people, you don't even have to tell them. They make it an effort to find out for themselves. They make it a mission in the relationship to learn what your love languages are without being told, and to deliver, to love you in the way that matters, in the way that is intentional. So that's the first thing. If you are in a space where you have to tell, you have unongona kuti munhu yana basa neni nema actions ake because unomuudza 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 times. No. And you will see ipapapa kuti munhu anoziva kuti unofarira kuspoiliwa, unofarira maruva, but dololo dang nothing. He doesn't. Guys, sis, you deserve better. I have to tell you, you deserve better. And there's absolutely no reason for you to stay in a situation that doesn't serve you, in your situation where someone doesn't love you in the way that you need to be loved. You don't need to stay in a situation where someone doesn't love you in the love languages that you want to be loved in. And someone who's not in tune and wants to grow as a partner is never going to serve you, because what are they even doing in the relationship? As I said, that I used to be a bekezelahan, and I used to forgive a lot of stuff that I was not happy with, and behaviors that I was not happy with. And one thing for sure that I can tell you is that that behavior that you don't like, or things that you don't like in a relationship or in a partner, it always gets worse, and it always progresses. It doesn't get better, it gets worse. So if you don't like it now, it's not going to become better in 5 years. It's going to become worse. So imagine if you don't like it now. Chinhu chandani chinyanya ubata ndechekuti iwo kana munhu wakwachiza kuti unofarira magifts, like gift giving is an important part of your is a love language of yours, and then he doesn't want to do that because ano complain akuti hana mari. The person doesn't care about you because it's not about the magnitude of the gift, it's about the gift itself. So Muniana Basanewe, I'm here to break it down and tell you the truth. And Basanewe, what you do with that information, is up to you. And it's up to you as an individual to set the boundaries, to say, this is how I want to be treated and this is how I don't want to be treated. So in as much as you can want to love someone and be in a relationship, if someone is not valuing you, it is na sugar. Really. If someone knows that spending time, quality time, is your love language, and then they just never make time for you because they're so busy, read between the lines. I always say that someone who loves you, you will know. You will never have to guess. You will never have to ask. You will know, because their actions will speak for themselves. So as this Valentine's Day comes up and you're in a relationship, I think it's really important as a young woman to evaluate your life, to say, where am I as an individual? What are my values? What do I want out of life? What do I want out of relationships? What do I want out of a partner? And evaluate then, okay, this relationship, where is it going? Does this person treat me how I want to be treated? Do I treat this person how they want to be treated? Because also this other person has their core values as well in everything. Do you match with that? Is it coming together or is it not? So for example, if you're with someone who doesn't want kids and you want kids, and then you think it's going to change in the future, it's not going to change. So those are the kind of things that you want to think about in terms of you being in the relationship and you being with this other partner, and whether it's coming together and gelling, and whether your core values actually align or they don't. You need to evaluate, are your love languages aligning or not? Are you always fighting over important things? How does he make you feel? How does he behave when he's angry? There's absolutely no reason for you to stay in a relationship where you feel like there's one red flag, because if something is bothering you now, it's going to bother you in the future, whether you try hide it under the rug or color the red flag and say, oh my goodness, it's like burgundy, like it's not really red. I do that a lot. I always do that, and I've learned that in as much as I like someone, I can't keep sweeping things that concern me under the rug, because it's always going to come up in the future. And the moment that I don't nip it in the bud in the moment, or deal with it in the moment, I'm going to have to deal with it in the future, and it might be a much more complicated situation. It's very important as a young woman, because I think as women we're conditioned to just settle. We settle for so much, and that's where the problem starts. And you start settling for small things and you end up settling for big things, and then you're unhappy, and then you're like, oh my goodness, how did this escalate? So yeah, sis, if you're in a situation and you are unhappy, that this person has kunyatsokuita,
just leave him.
I always say that there's things that are core values, things that you yourself must know that, okay, I'm never going to compromise on these things. You must know these things for yourself, so that when someone starts doing those things and then they don't have a regard for how you feel about these things, that it's never going to work out, and then it's not serving you, it's not meant to be in your life, and then you fully gate for the guy, and then he can vamoose, and he can exit your life and leave you and make space for the one who's going to do what needs to be done. So when you can see that this person does not value your core values, and you are not on the same page, and he does not make an effort to try to understand even what your core values are, or to merge them into his life, or to make it come together, then sis, no, it's not the one. You need to leave that situation. Stop settling at all. So I've finished preaching to my sisters. I'm gonna speak to my all the single ladies. So now to all my single ladies, yo guys, Valentine's is hard. Now I'm speaking from perspective because I'm single. Yo, this time is hard. This time, because Valentine's is coming with your boyfriend. And you will see people receiving flowers and then their cute pictures and stuff, and then you're like, how far? Aufa mwari andina batere na mana. Mwari I tithe. Why musiri kundoonao? You know, and it hurts because you actually do feel lonely. Not because you're actually lonely, but because of the situation, because of what's happening around you and what you're consuming and everything. So I know a lot of other single people who, leading up to Valentine's, they like decrease their social media, what they're consuming from social media, because what you consume from social media affects your mood, it affects how you view things and stuff. So if you're consuming a lot of the relationship stuff, you can actually start to feel lonely. And then you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna start talking to people you know you don't want in your life because they are not what you want, but because you're just like, maybe nikangozama. No. I'm here to remind you, Kuti, Valentine's Day and the time leading up to it and any other time where you get triggered is really not the time to lower your standards. It's the time to stay firm in what you believe in, because you're gonna bring in these other people and then you're gonna talk to them. Thomas and Farisha anoita X, Y, and Z. Thomas agezi and I don't like that. Or Thomas and I and I don't like that. You know it, and then now you're bringing it back into your life. You're bringing them into your life, and then at the end of it, you might get a little bit of gratification in the beginning, but then as time goes, because these are things that you know you don't like, it's gonna bother you. Oh shout, why was I even wasting my time? So I'm here to remind you, he isn't worth it, sis. He's not worth it. Don't do it. When your person comes, your person will come, and you will know that this person has come because it's gonna be easy. It's not gonna be fighting every day about love me in my love language. It's not gonna. If you want flowers, he will get you flowers. If you want to spend quality time, he will do that without having to fight tooth and nail like World War 63 to spend quality time with your person. It's not always gonna be like, you know, he's busy and whatnot. And my values and you will align, and it will be great. You will not be stressed and sad all the time about this person's behavior or their values and stuff like that. So yeah, and but don't settle. You're a queen. I'm here to remind you that you are a queen, and you are not, your standards are not outrageous. Especially if you've sat down with yourself and you've evaluated, you know what you actually want in life, what you want in relationships, what are your love languages, if you're self-aware. Your standards are not outrageous. The person who is meant for you is going to come into your life, and also not going to think that your standards are outrageous. There's absolutely no reason to settle. Settling is going to make you unhappy. It's going to make you frustrated, because you're always going to be like, why did I even settle? I really could have had the partner that I wanted. And I think what hurts the most is, especially when you're having pressure around you, whether it is from family, from friends, getting married, from Valentines or whatever, is that you actually act impulsively. They're not a decision, but then down the line you'll be hurt. Yeah, the bottom line is don't settle. No matter how hard it is, know what you want and go for it. The world is your oyster, and there's absolutely no reason to be compromising your standards just because you're lonely on Valentine's, or you're lonely in general, or you feel like you've been single for too long. You will be unhappy, you will be frustrated, and you'll be mad. And don't be afraid to leave situations that don't serve you in life in general, whether it's a man, whether it's a job, whether it's a friendship. Leave. Guys, life is too short to be unhappy. Life is too short to be settling. You are just too much of a queen and too much of somebody who's important and someone who deserves happiness to be settling for anything. And I'm just here to remind you of that. No matter how hard it is, no matter what people say, don't settle. I've seen people who have been single up until they were 40, and waited for somebody who was going to, you know, whose values were going to align with them, and they're happy. They're really happy. And I've seen people who've rushed to get married just because of societal pressure or family pressure, and then 2 years, 3 years down the line, it's like, you are the architect of your life. You are responsible for making yourself happy, and only you can give you that happiness. So you are the only one who can make decisions that are beneficial to you. You can't expect somebody else to do that. So you are the one who can choose your partner. You are the one who can choose to be in a relationship. You're the one who can choose to end that relationship when it doesn't serve you, or when it is detrimental to your mental health, or whatever reason that you want to leave the situation. You are in control of that. You are the one who can decide, Kuti, I'm going to settle, I'm not going to settle. You're the one who's the architect of your life, of your future, and of your happiness. And it's important to be aware of that and to tap into that, to know that the possibilities are endless. And no matter what happens, no matter what people say, to stay true to who you are and what you want and what you deserve. And you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be treated with dignity, with respect, to be loved in your love languages, infinitely, intentionally, and truly. To be respected. You deserve to have a relationship that is fruitful, a relationship that helps you to grow as an individual. You deserve to have a partner that is supportive of you and supportive of your passions, your ideas. You deserve to have that partner, that friend who walks with you in your journey and holds your hand in this life journey. And you deserve to have what you want in life, and nobody can tell you otherwise. So don't settle, because at the end of the day, you're the one who's responsible for your life. And musaiswa pressure nesina basa kuti usazodai zvikazodii. Nah. So the bottom line and the conclusion, if you're gonna get anything out of this, don't settle. Evaluate yourself as an individual and your values, and evaluate your relationship and this other person's values. See if they're aligning. Assess if this person is serving you. If they're not, make a decision on what you're going to do about that, because it's not going to change whether you sweep it under the rug or not. If he's not loving you in the way that you need to be loved, and you've been in a relationship for a while, he's not going to start. And if you've had conversations about him changing his behavior or trying to do something that makes you happy, and then he doesn't do it, or he doesn't do it consistently, like he does it once or twice, just know, actions speak louder than words. When somebody shows you who they are, don't second guess their actions and what you mean to them. Because if a man wants to, he will. And if he's not doing it, it's because he doesn't want to. So yeah, don't be having 20,000 conversations with the dude. Like, leave. Varume avasikana vanhu vekutombosekerera, don't do that. No, he must know. So that's why I really wanted to do this video, to encourage somebody who may feel like, oh, their standards are too much, and then they want to settle. They're not. Don't settle. Don't even settle for anyone. And don't text him because of loneliness. Don't do it. It's just not worth it. And don't be compromising your standards and what is important to you just for the sake of being in a relationship or for the sake of having somebody. It's not worth it, because at the end of the day, it's going to frustrate you because it's not what you need and it's not what you want. Yeah, that's that. And if you're in a relationship and as this time is coming up, look at what this person is going to do and evaluate yourself as well. Kuti, are you showing up for this person in the ways that matter? Is this relationship serving you? Is it serving both of you? What are you going to do about it? And let your heart and your gut feeling and your what you need in your life and where you see your life and where you want to go guide you in every single thing that you're going to do. It's never going to fault you. Your heart and your gut is never going to lead you into the wrong direction. It will always tell you the truth. So yeah, that's why I really wanted to do this video, and I really hope that it has been beneficial to someone, that it has been helpful to someone. I know for a fact it has been helpful to me, because sometimes I do need to hear that. So hearing it as I'm speaking reiterates to me that, you know what, don't settle, no matter how hard it is. And Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and thank you for subscribing and telling your friends to come and watch my stuff. I really appreciate every single comment, every subscription, every time you go tell someone to watch my stuff or to subscribe to my channel. It really means a lot to me, and thank you so much for your support. I love you, and stay safe, don't settle. Have a happy Valentine's Day. Practice your love languages on yourself. If you like flowers and you're single, go buy yourself some flowers. If you're in a relationship and you know he's not gonna do that, go buy yourself some flowers because you deserve it. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, and yeah, yes. Mwah, mwah, mwah.